So I've got a really interesting bit of material to show you today. It's known as magnetic viewing paper or film, and what it is a sheet of plastic with little pockets on it containing oil. And inside the oil is nickel flecks, and the nickel flecks, they're either reflective or not reflective depending on its orientation to the magnetic field lines. So if this piece of paper is parallel to magnetic field lines, it gets lighter. If it's perpendicular, it will get darker. So we can see that if we just get a little neodymium magnet, just a little one, and put the piece of paper over the top, we can see that where the magnet is, we see this dark area, and there's a light area around it. If we move the paper away from the magnet, or the film away from the magnet, we can see that the lighter area gets bigger around it. So that you can kind of see, imagine the magnetic field is almost like a bubble. And you can kind of visualize that with the lighter parallel lines and the darker perpendicular lines to the in relation to the film. And you can also see a similar kind of thing when you've got an array of magnets. So here I've just got a steel sheet just to keep them together, and we've got a little array of neodymium magnets. If we put this paper over the top, we can see again the same thing, and we can see how they interact. Well, not really how they interact, but we can see the parallel magnetic field lines in the light areas between the individual magnets and the darker perpendicular lines on the center of the magnets. And again, we can see the same thing. If we move the film away, we can see the lighter areas getting wider, and we move towards getting smaller. Now, the other interesting thing we can do is we can actually hold this paper perpendicular to the array of magnets, and we can see that if we're at the edge of a magnet, the darker perpendicular lines are quite large. Move to the center of the magnet, they shrink. As we get to the edge of the magnet, they grow again. We can see this oscillating pattern as we move the sheet. So we can kind of start to map out and visualize how the magnetic field lines are behaving. Now, it's important to note that there aren't really magnetic field lines. They're just a man-made construct to visualize the fields. But it's just yeah, well, you can see for yourself. We're only taking a cross section, which is why it looks like lines, cross section of the field. So there you have it, an interesting material, magnetic viewing paper, and we'll use this to demonstrate some things in some upcoming videos as well. So stay tuned. Don't forget to like and subscribe. See you next time.